Good morning, Indonesia. Good morning, Canada. I'm now in Wisma, Indonesia, to talk about tourism with the Consul General and a friend of Indonesia who loves Bali so much. Let's get in! Good morning, welcome to the afternoon talk program from the Indonesian Consulate in Toronto. I am Budi Supangat from the Consulate General. Our very special guest today is our Consul General, Mr. Leonard Felix Hutabarat.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And our second guest is Mr. Bastiaan Opdenkelder.
Hello, everybody. Love to be here at the consulate. Thank you for the invitation.
He is the Crown newspaper and magazine. Bali is ready to reopen. But what needs to be prepared for our fellow Canadian to visit Bali? How is our preparation today? Are we prepared? Now, we have our Consul General and also Pak Bas to talk about tourism to Bali, to going back to Bali. First, I would like to go to Pak Bas. You visited Bali for many times now.
Yes, I am.
What makes you fell in love really with Bali?
I think the most important thing for me was getting to understanding the culture. My wife is born in Indonesia many years ago, and for the first time when I came, I wanted to really feel the culture of Indonesia and especially Bali. As a tourist, because that's what we're talking about today, Bali is very easy to come to. It's an open society. There's many cultures within Bali that are very friendly and open and nice to visit. So it's very inviting. There's no political pressure, if I can say so. There's no religious pressure. It's open for everybody, and that's what I truly enjoy. Mm-hmm. Bali also gives you the opportunity to have a variety of different foods and qualities of foods and natural products that are growing there. So the flavors and the aroma, the music, the people is very inviting for everybody just to come and visit.
Sure. So now Bali has been closed for almost 3 months now. If it's reopened, what things you miss the most? Like what you things that you really want to get again?
Well, we came back at the end of April this year because, as you know, we do a lot of work there. We help out with some charities. That's what Louise, my wife, and I truly enjoy. What I miss the most is the fresh food. I'm a food connoisseur. I love eating homemade, healthy foods, and Bali has that opportunity of natural resources, natural herbs and spices that, yes, you can find in Canada and you can enjoy it too, but it's not the same. The aroma is still different, and I think if you say, Boss, what do you miss the most? That is number one, and number two, the ocean.
Okay.
I love to go to the ocean. Every morning I will take my bath at 6 o'clock in the morning, and there is nobody out there, and I just truly enjoy it. So one side the moon is going under, the other side the sun is coming up, and that's the most perfect time for me to enjoy. And there's no other place on earth that I know of I can enjoy. And the moon going under and the sun going up, and having fresh seawater to enjoy.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I would like to go to Mr. Consul General. Now, due to COVID-19, Bali has been closed for international travelers. Now, the government is preparing to reopen. How far Bali is prepared to face the reopening?
Yes, after all the governments in the process of lockdown, and Indonesian government decided that it's time to open Bali. End of this month, in 31st of July, Bali will be open for domestic travelers. And then after we are entering in the stage 3, the final stage of the opening of our economy and tourism destination, Bali will be open for international travelers in September 11 this year. So the government of Bali had a commitment with this new normal, and we have to do this cleanliness, health and safety protocol. These 3 principles should be there in all destinations of tourism in Indonesia and all the stakeholders in tourism. We do hope that this will be convenient for the incoming international travelers and also opening the Indonesian tourism to the world. We know there is the increase of the Canadian tourists in Indonesia for the month of January and February, almost 10% every month. We are reaching above 103,000 Canadian visiting Indonesia in 2019. But because of the COVID-19, in the month of April and May, it is a big drop, almost 80 up to 90% of Canadian travelers to Indonesia. But it's not only in Indonesia, but always also the problem for other countries. But we do believe that with this cleanliness, health and safety protocol, and Bali offers natural resources, the nature of the land and the attractiveness of the culture and the people will give to the world the uniqueness of Bali. So Bali is part of Indonesia wonderful. So that's why we do believe that after COVID, there will be more and more international travelers coming to Bali. For the international travelers, of course, they have to see all the immigration policy to come to every transit area, not only in Indonesia, but also in Indonesia and in Bali. There will be some requirements because of the COVID-19. They have to follow the procedure if they have to provide this PCR check or the quick check about the COVID or the quarantine process. But day by day, this will be changing. All regulation in international airport will be changing. The same case for Indonesian airport, not only in Soekarno-Hatta International Airport in Jakarta, but also in Bali International Airport. So we encourage everyone to see the new updates of the immigration policy, as well as for the COVID-19 requirements to enter the country or the province.
I see. As Bali is very well known for its tropical weather, now probably you have tips or suggestion, when is the perfect time for the Canadian fellow to visit Bali, and then probably you have some tips for them wishing to visit Bali?
Well, I find any time is the perfect time. Really, if you have the opportunity to travel and you're retired, Bali is absolutely wonderful. Yes, in the winter months it's a little bit more rainy sometimes, but that fluctuates too. Plus, what I found with the rainy season is that the rain is very quickly, and within an hour it's dried up again. So it's not that you say, oh, I have to sit at home now all day, it's raining all day. It doesn't go that way. So I believe that any time is a good time. If you go to the summer months, it becomes a little bit more warmer and hot. Although if you want to spend the day out by the ocean, any time of the year actually is a perfect time. Tips. I believe that if you want to extend or expand your horizons of the world's cultures that we enjoy as a whole, it's a perfect place. As I say, the people are absolutely so friendly, always very kind, helpful. Most of the people there speak English, and that's a benefit for a lot of people, especially in Bali. People speak English because they don't have to worry about, oh, how am I going to explain that I want to go to this place or that place. You know, drivers are very easy to get by, to make arrangements with. It's very negotiable. It's not like, oh, this is my price. You know, you can negotiate almost anything. So you can rent a scooter if you like. There's many things that you can do, either for younger generations, even families with kids. You know, there's many places there that you can take the children to. But if you want to be more cultural, you can go to performances like from dance or from music or from arts. There's many little, what I truly enjoy is driving through the inland and then see little villages. That this village only makes wooden statues, and this village only makes batik furniture. This village only it's so changing constantly, and that makes it, I believe, very interesting for the
and
first
so
time,
rich,
especially to
the
go.
culture. Sure.
Yeah, and the culture. I mean, beside the food, which is absolutely wonderful and fresh, I really believe that smile of the people anytime you come and see them and you speak to them is inviting. I've never seen anybody being negative to me or having a long face. Doesn't matter what condition they're in, everybody is always smiling. So that's why. So if I go on holidays, I like smiling people around me because that's why I go on holidays.
Thank you, Pak Bas. Mr. Consul General, is there any last message for?
Yes. As Mr. Bas informed that Balinese offer unique hospitality in the culture of hospitality, but also talking about Bali, they offer a lot, not only about beach, 2 hours drive to the beach, 2 hours drive to the mountains area, Kintamani, to the lake, and offers not only about music, traditional dance, and then about culture, the nature. So we are facing struggle and then challenge in the pandemic of COVID-19. This is a new situation, new challenge. We have to face with the new normal. There's everything different from now until the other time in the past for the tourism. But we do believe that making change is making history. Yes. So we have to adapt for everything, and we are sure that Bali is ready for that. And the opening of Bali. Bali is in the heart of the Canadian. 90% Canadian visiting Indonesia only for Bali. Another 10% visiting Sumatra, another nature of Indonesia. So I hope we will see another part of the world, tropical island, what Bali offer to the world, including the Canadian fellows here. You are as the witness of the Canadian snowbed travelers. So when the extreme winter in Canada try to have the tropical hot environment in Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia and Bali. So it's very good chance also because for the Canadians, not only for visiting Mexico or Caribbean, but Indonesia is worth it to see, especially in Bali. It will be enriching the life about what will be experienced in Bali. I hope that you will enjoy Bali in the coming days.
I have to 100% what the Consul General is telling me, but I also find it important that you can make a difference for people there too, because they need us to be there. They need us to come out there and support them. They have gone through this very difficult time, and although we have the same in Canada, those people that have to live off their income of tourism, they need it now the most. So I urge anybody that is able, Canadians, please go to Bali, try it. And tell me if you didn't like it, because I don't think anybody will say that. It's going to be wonderful.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Mr. Vice. Thank you very much, Consul General. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our session today. We hope the opening of Bali will increase the international visits, especially from the Canadian visitors, and we are ready to welcome you to Bali. Thank you very much. If you have any question or inquiry, please check out our social media.